So you are before we speak about your project, your movie, could you give us an idea of your experience, work experience, your as a director, or maybe in cinema in general?
Okay. I began. I had the chance to. I had the chance to go to in a cinema school because my family was not at all in that part. So I entered in IDEC, which is what was before FEMIS school, which is a French cinema school.
Yeah.
And I went there.
So you got your baccalaureate, and then you went to IDEC.
Yes, right.
Yes.
So I entered in IDEC, a cinema school, very young. I was 19, and it was a luck because after that it became 1 year after FEMIS, which was really different in the spirit. And I was in that school for 3 years, and then I worked as a director. I made many movies in business-to-business movies, enterprise movies, publicity, and then series. At the time, it was not something very on fashion.
Fashion, yeah.
On fashion, yes. I made my first series for TV in 95, so it was 30 years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Long time ago, yes. And I tried to make long feature films, but it was not possible. I tried for many times, and each time it didn't work. I think it was a time where it was difficult to make movies when you were a woman, even if people didn't tell you that it was the biggest problem, maybe. I don't know. It didn't work. So I made also many short movies. I made 7 short movies.
Wow.
And I made 2 others series. And
these are series for TV series for
yes.
A channel in French channel.
Yes, France 2.
France 2.
Second channel, and before the France 5.
Okay.
And the third one was for OCS series in 2011. It was the first series of short programs of 4 minutes. And
4?
Yes, 4 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Very short programs, This one. The others, it was 26 minutes fiction.
Yeah, the episode.
Episode, yes. And the last one, 10 years ago, it was short, very short comic series.
Comedy.
Yes.
So you've done a lot of comedy in this process.
Yes.
Okay.
All the time I made comedies. I always liked comedy. Always. It's the thing I prefer to go to see movie. I think it's the thing I prefer to do also.
And you write your own script, or you usually collaborate?
I write always with some other script writers, because I think it's not my first talent, especially about structure of stories. But and I think the thing I like the most is actors. So I also direct an acting place in Paris called Studio Pygmalion since 20 years. And it's a lot of time I use to help actors to to work, to prepare their parts, and the coaching of
yeah, so you're
actors
doing the coaching. Yeah.
is something I like very much, and it's very, very useful when you work in comedy, because very often time the same situation became a comedy situation if you change the way you play it. So
Exactly.
I have a lot of time to try to work about very different kind of comedies.
Yeah,
Test many times.
your gags, test your manner of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's comedy about situations. Sometimes it's comedy about dialogues. So sometimes it's just reaction, funny reactions. Yes, I like it very much.
Yeah. Well, we like very much comedy in this festival, obviously, because we specialized in comedy, and we give every year some workshops on comedy writing. And as a matter of fact, these are the techniques that one has to use to create a comedy moment.
My script my co-writer is a specialist too about script doctoring of comedy. She wrote,
Really?
yes, she makes all the year script doctoring sessions.
Well, it's a lady.
Yes.
Could you give me her name? I'm curious to look her up.
Oh, she's wonderful. She's working all the year about script doctoring and writing sessions. She wrote a book about writing scripts, and she also worked with Yves Lavandier, who made
Yves Lavandier? Sorry.
Yves Lavandier, who
Who?
wrote a book about comedy.
Ah, okay. Well, I didn't read that book. So Yves Lavandier.
Yves Lavandier, L'essence de la comédie.
Ah, okay. It sounds interesting. L'essence de la comédie. And the name of this lady?
Julie Ponsonnet. P-O-N-S-O. P comme papa.
Oui, oui.
O-N.
Oui.
S-O-2-N-E-T.
Deux N.
Deux N. Deux fois N.
Ponsonnet. D'accord. Julie Ponsonnet.
Ouais.
Et and she's a the script doctor.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's interesting that you work with somebody like that, because they probably are very helpful in getting a better quality script, you know, through the interaction with them. Yeah.
Absolutely. I
And
think it's the best.
myself, I am also a director, script writer. So you know, I work with different script writers.
So maybe we should we could be speaking about that for many hours.
Exactly. It's you know, script writing is something that takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, a lot of effort, and obviously we want to exchange with people on these experiences, which takes such part of our life, you know.
That's very interesting. You know, one of the big session of acting I do in the Studio Pygmalion is about playing comedy. I propose all the time to the actors, let's take the situation you want, and I'll show you that you are going to be able to make from that situation something funny. You think that you cannot play comedy, you will see you will be able.
Do you have them play in front of camera, or just like theater type of?
Theater type, but it's because you know it's when you make acting sessions. If we make if we shoot the sessions, it takes so much time to look at all.
Yeah, to see how it was, and
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
But just just an idea. The comedy in cinema is a bit different from comedy in theater because you can you can focus on a certain part of the body or on certain parts of the, or it's the way also that you play with the camera that that gives us also kind of
course.
but like the reaction, when you want to make people laugh is very often is interesting to show the reaction of an action, and the reaction needs to be
but I make them work a lot. I make them training a lot about having funny reactions, funny way to feel things,
exactly,
for screen.
And react. So now going back to your movie, with all this experience, you were able to pull off this very nice Christmas movie, because I suppose you are doing you are in the tradition of I don't know if in France now there is a tradition of a Christmas movie, like those movies that we usually screen in Christmas, because people in Christmas like to go and watch Christmas movies, at least in the United States. In France, I don't know.
So that's true. That kind of movie are on TV or cinemas, theaters from the beginning of December. For 1 month, you can see movies about that. Yes.
Yeah, and they're usually a bit like yours, feel-good movies. And sometimes if it's also comedy and feel-good movie, then it's nice. It fits with the atmosphere of Christmas. We don't want drama in Christmas. We want feel good, and we want maybe laughter.
So. But we used the Christmas situation more to speak about the family, to speak about traditions.
True.
That's the reason. That's why it was important for me not to put a religion
front. It was more of a family moment, warm family moment, and it's true. Christmas movie needs to have family,
It's the moment.
And even a dog, but you didn't have a dog. You had a pig.
It's the big meeting of the family. Some people don't especially make events about birthdays. But so if you don't make birthdays, you have only sometimes cultural events, and Christmas is one of the biggest moments for the family.
Yeah.
That's why we choose that moment.
Yeah, that's very nice. So, so the idea, you went to a genre which people know, but you wanted to add some things to it. You wanted to bring some new themes to this, and I enjoyed very much your theme, talking about how one has to go against consumerism, because Christmas has become such a feast of a shopping feast, where people just it's just an excuse for so many companies to go out and say you should go and buy, and people spend a week. It starts in Black Friday in November, and then it's during that whole period people are just thinking of buying things, and it's the spirit of Christmas has been perverted in a way. And this is what you are showing in your movie, I think.
Exactly. It's the spirit, of course, of Christmas which is not really in the center of the event. And now everybody, and it's also something very important, which is that it's almost today impossible to go for Christmas in the family without gifts. So the gift in the story is the symbol of what you give to the others at that moment, which is the symbol of love too in the family. And
Yeah.
and the food also, the food, all the symbols, you know, the food, the Christmas tree, the gifts, everything will be in the center of the attention of all, by the prism of their own values. So that's the moment which usually the children come back to the house, the family house, to spend
Yeah.
a moment together and
Yeah.
forget if there is some conflicts, to forget all conflicts. And it's the opposite. It's the opposite because they are very afraid for their future. So what I wanted to say also is that the family is like a microcosm of the society. It's the place where you have all the traditions, all the value of the old generation.
Yes.
They want to transmettre.
Yeah.
They want to,
Transmit. Yeah. 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 I understand. Pass on. Pass on.
yes, they want to pass on what is important for them,
Yeah.
what they like, to share what they
Yeah.
like, uh, to share the heritage also of what they had before.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
what was interesting for me is how is becoming the change of the world. It's coming usually from the young people because they want to change uh, everything. And why the parents are going to accept that? Usually because they are in what they wanted themselves to live. Sometimes they tried to change the world when they were young, and
Yeah.
they make the family as they want it to be. And then the young people come and say, you have to change everything. You have to accept not to do things as you like to do it, not because we just want to change it, but because we need to change it because we are afraid for our future. And it's
Yeah.
interesting to see that
Yeah.
in fact uh, the parents, that they have no reason to stop to do things except to do it for love of their children. They
Yeah.
like, so
Yeah.
it's the only way to accept to sacrifice things.
Yeah. Yeah. And also I think you pulled out very nicely this composition of it's almost a choral film, you know. We know there is well a main two main protagonists, but in fact everyone in the family has his problem, his story to tell, and it's nice how it's been told. The whole thing unfolds slowly, and we then we see the richness of this relation in the family, and yeah, through yeah, I mean all characters are very important in this movie. You know, and it's a nice way of showing characters and telling a story. You know.
Thank you very much, because I wanted that. I wanted that every of them were important. I wanted that the audience would love each of them,
Yeah.
and I wanted that each of them will be his tenderness. So I'm very happy of what you're saying, because it's not easy, in fact, to succeed, to make a real place for each of them in the story.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And
Even the pig.
even the pig had a nice place, exactly. Yeah, and there was an antagonist there, but in fact, yeah, the antagonist is it's nice because it showed that how also it helped one of the characters move forward with her because she was so successful during so many years as a mayor of the city, but she needed maybe a new challenge to change, you know, to bring in change to her constituency, and she did it maybe under the pressure of the antagonist, but also under the pressure of her own family and her own experience. So it's very interesting how you know it all unfolds, and it stays a very positive, very nice, warm story with very nice relations.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
you're welcome. Yeah.
It's exactly what we wanted. And you know, what makes me happy is that that's all the work I made with Julie, my script writing,
Yeah.
that I wanted that all the movie will be made by the movement, the construction of each characters. So we looked at each of them and said that's them who are going to make the story, and not them who are going to serve the story. So of course, it's easier when the story like that is maybe in one moment, you know, one dinner, one night. But if we succeed that, I think it's one of the reasons that each character is very tender and
Yeah, yeah, and authentic, and they're different, so they complement each other. They're very yeah. How long did it take you to shoot this movie?
It was not so long for me. It was 7 weeks,
7 weeks, yeah.
35 days. At
Well,
the beginning,
it's an honest time to.
it's an honest time, but when you need very good actors to do that, because there is a 45 minutes, you know, in the house with all the family, and it's the center of the movie. And when you have
Yeah,
six characters in the same room for 45 minutes, it's not so easy. And they were fantastic, all of them. So
yeah, yeah.
good, yes.
And even you're directing it because it's a long time. As a matter of fact, 45 minutes to stay with in the same place, and but you managed to you know change the atmosphere, and la mise en scène was interesting at different times. So we, you know, we didn't feel that it was 45 minutes, you know.
Thank you very much, because that's what after that we at the beginning everything was in the same room, and
Yeah,
my producer said, "Oh my God, we are afraid that people will have the feeling that it's a theater on screen."
exactly.
And they didn't want that. And I said, you know, don't worry about that. My reference was, for example, a movie called Le Prénom. You know,
Le Prénom. I've heard of this movie. I didn't see it yet, but
it's
also it's a nice
great it's a great movie during one dinner time. You know,
uh-huh.
uh, but,
Exactly.
and you never feel boring or because you are only in one room. And
Yeah.
the other one was Le Dîner de Con de
Oh, of
Francis Weber,
course.
you know. But my producer says, well, you have to do something for that. So that's why we had the idea to make that in the house. And then with Julie, we think about
Yeah.
how to change of places, you know,
Yeah.
even if it's in the house. Sometimes you are in the room, sometimes you are in the cave, sometimes you are in the garden, sometimes you are in the kitchen,
Yeah.
in the stairs.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
We move all the
Yeah.
time, not
Yeah.
to have the feeling to be in the same place. There is also another movie where I had this feeling also, which was Cuisine et Dépendance.
Ah, this one I didn't see. Cuisine.
You know, Cuisine et Dépendance. It's a movie of Cédric Clapiche.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
also you have another one.
It's a comedy. This.
Yes, it's a comedy with Agnès Jaoui et Jean-Pierre Bacry. They wrote,
Ah, okay.
you know, they wrote the theater text, and then they made a success, and then they make a movie.
Ah, they made it a movie.
Yes, yes. And there is another one also called Un air de famille.
Un air de famille.
Un air de famille. Same writers, Agnès Jaoui et Jean-Pierre Bacry. All the family meet in a cafe to discuss about the family. And you have also 6 people there, 6 adults. And it's very, very funny also. So I knew it was possible to do that.
These movies are also nice because the budget-wise producers like them, no? They
It depends how you do that. I think Le Dîner de Con was very expensive because they made it all in a studio. So they had to construct everything. And for us, we also needed to make it not too expensive. So we went to Liège, a city in Belgium.
Yeah, I know Liège. Yeah, nice comedy festival there.
Yes, yes. So we found the best place there, a house with the garden in that way, because I wanted absolutely to have a real house with the real communication from inside to outside.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it was very important, and it was great because in that way, on the 7 weeks, we stayed in the house, in the house and with the garden also.
Yeah.
5 weeks.
Yeah.
It was wonderful because we began to make the shooting, and then it made us like a concentration, you know, to stay every day in the same place, to come back home, as we could say.
Were you shooting chronologically, or you were shooting set by set?
I asked, and it was not easy at the beginning, but we succeeded to do that. We made the story in the chronologic
order.
Yes,
yeah.
order.
So that, you know, the people DOP and lighting don't like that because they need to they
Yes, I know.
Yeah, put
yes.
them.
But for us, for the actors, it was
but
so
for
great.
the actors, it's very important. It's really yeah.
We wanted to make everything for the actors, so
yeah.
We made that, and we made also something I knew when I was young, when I was 20 and I was a trainee on stage. All the shootings, you know, we were arriving in the morning, we had lunch at 11 from 12, and then we were shooting from noon to 7. We call that in French journée continue.
Journée continue, yeah. Okay.
You don't shoot the morning, lunch, and then go again on work. And that's what I wanted to do, because I noticed that the actors were really in a better condition to work, because in the morning they didn't have to get up at 6 to go to the makeup.
Yeah, yeah.
They can arrive, you know,
yeah,
yes. And then all the crew is with the actors, concentrated for 7 hours, you know, of shooting. It's for the acting, it's great.
So you have 7 hours of acting, no more.
Yes, when you make a journée continue.
When you make journée continue, meaning there's no lunch or dinner during the
Right.
7 hours.
You have only 15 minutes in the middle of the day to stop the work.
To eat something.
To eat, to take a cafe, to smoke a cigarette.
And
we don't
then
have time to smoke a cigarette. We work very much.
And otherwise you have your meal in the beginning and at the end. This is how it works.
So the meal on the set was at lunch from 11 to 12.
Okay, and then later on at 7, after 7, people break off.
It was great because at that time it was aperitif time.
Okay. Yeah.
At the end of the day was finished.
And you don't have to work after aperitif, which means it's good.
It's better.
Yeah, you know, this that we don't have in Morocco, and I wish we had it, because we have like these 2 meals plus they want 2 small meals, you know, like first meal is at 6, and then around 11 they want a sandwich, and then around 2 it's lunch, and then around 6 it's goûter, you know. so I'm like, we have to stop, you know, we're here to eat, we're not here to do cinema. I mean this is just too much.
It's too much. And all the crew is sleeping on the set, you know.
Exactly, because they eat so much sugar that after they completely knocked out, and but it's very, very hard to change that, because they love to eat, you know. And
yeah, but you know what, when I arrived in Belgium, the director of production, he said, here it doesn't exist, it won't be like that. And I said, and my first assistant, she said, but you have to make things happen for her, because it's what she wants to work. It's the way she wants to work, the director. No, it's impossible. I will have problems with all of the crew. And you know what? After that, I was so lucky, because my star in the movie, Didier Bourdon and Noémie said, we want that or we won't make the movie. And
that's nice.
They said, okay, we'll do and so I was very lucky, because my 2 actors helped me to do it like that.
Push
at the end, even the crew, it was better for them.
Yeah,
better for them.
Exactly. So, I wish the crew understood even here that eating less keeps you more alert, and more ready to, and more focused on the work, and it's really good. But it's very difficult to, you know, those.
You know what? It's exactly as in my movie. It's difficult to change the world.
Exactly, it's very difficult to change the world.
When people have some habits, it's so difficult to make them change, because for them it's their way to do things, and they don't even think that I could try only just to see how it is. No, people don't want to try. They want to stay in what they know, and that's a great thing to.
Exactly, and obviously in a movie, the director also doesn't wants to please people, so that they work with him as they promise to work with him. So it's difficult to ask them, okay, you have to do this, but you were right to have with you the main actors, because then you have
and I think, you know, I think it was what made also la réussite,
the success
of what you feel between the actors, because everything is made for them, for the game, you know.
Yeah.
And then at the end, also, what was great in that way to work, was that my editor was working since the first day of the shooting, and of course, after 10 days, she said, well, I don't understand, where is this? I don't understand the way things happen. Maybe you should make one shot, gros plan, a big shot, you know.
Yeah.
This thing, or this way she looked at him, to be able to better understand things. So after 2 weeks, during the 3 other weeks, we made every day reshooting of short things
Oh,
for.
close-ups. You were on you because you did not do them, and then you returned to do the close-ups.
Yes, some close-ups, some
Some
yes,
close-ups.
which
Yeah.
help sometimes to do transitions better.
Yeah.
It's a great, great, great luxury. I
Yeah.
saw interviews of a lot of American directors who said that oftenly they had a week of reshooting for some things.
This is after you've seen already a first version of
No,
the.
my editor was in Paris and I was in Belgium, and we were speaking by phone every day.
And you would send the files every day.
Every day,
And
yes.
yeah, okay, and then she should suggested that. And let me ask you, in terms of directing the actors, because they seem to be all good comedians, and what did you do? What did you do to? Did you just leave them with the script, and they would find their characters, each one, and or did you were you more directing them more on what on how to react, and I mean, just so that
It was different for each of them. Some of them we just had to discuss. I oftenly think that when people think about what is acting direction, I think it's going together in the same direction, you know. So we sometimes it's just enough to discuss with the actors about in what direction we want to go, why the character is going to do this or that, how he's going to react, what is in fact his main nature, you know. It was very important for me, for example, that the character of Balthazar, uh,
uh-huh.
we worked with the actor Christophe Montenez.
Uh-huh.
The most important was that he was always so kind, you know, so happy, so in confidence with all what he think about, that it will never be possible to take that as an aggression against the
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, exactly.
He's so sincere,
uh
only sincerity, because he's really believe in what he says.
what he
And
says.
yes, that it was very important that we will never feel that he is aggressive, you know, that he is disrespectful with the parents.
Yeah,
Never, never, never.
yeah,
That's why the parents, because they want also that their daughter is happy, but we see that they are bothered. That's what he said,
yeah.
but never in conflict. I didn't want that the conflict will be the main way to react, because between people.
Yeah.
Same for Didier Bourdon. We talk about the character, and he was so happy. He said, "Oh, I like so much that guy who is so in I like so much to play that man who loves his woman,
Yeah.
who loves his wife, who loves his children. He wants the family be together. He's what oftenly are women. You know, he's the Simon
Yeah.
of the family.
Yeah, he's playing the role of the mother of a family, because he's the one trying to pull everyone together. And
Yes, yes.
yeah,
And I like that very much, that
yeah,
to say that it's not usually it's women who wants that,
exactly. Yeah,
but I think he is not shown as something negative about uh, masculinity, you know. I
yeah,
think you can be a very beloved father, husband,
yeah,
and be a man, a
yeah,
beautiful. He makes
yeah. Right.
he makes all the shopping. He makes food. He cares about the house. He cares about his wife. He wants everybody be together. He's
Uh,
into everything. So, and he's beautiful about that. And Didier liked very much that.
yeah, yeah. Well, he really fit very well in that character. You know,
Yes, it's very touching.
yeah, 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 very touching. But you know, it's a lot of experience, years of excellent acting that you know that allow this kind of performance. Yeah, yeah. But
And the children too, they are so great. So I choose them for their quality of emotion, you know,
yeah,
because I didn't want them to be caricatural, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, the in fact, this is the to me a big success of this movie is that we have deep characters. We have characters that are quite deep in the way they're portrayed, and the way we feel them. We understand how they have this inner life also, and these conflicts maybe inside that they need to resolve. And so that was interesting. Yeah, very very good work. And
Thank you.
we can only wish the how did it go so far? Is it in movie theaters now?
No, it will be in movie theaters next Christmas.
Next Christmas. Okay, so now it's time to send it to festivals,
Exactly. Yes.
and also prepare the marketing of the
Exactly.
whole
Yes.
thing. And
Yes.
okay,
So
and
yes, I
yes,
wanted to know. I'm really really honored to be selected in the festival,
yeah,
and I wanted to know. Do you think one day maybe it will be possible to come to Rabat to?
yeah, but well, I think you should be thinking of having it distributed in Morocco also, for one thing, because such movies, we see this kind of movies in Morocco. We have French movies, and the comedies are very nice. We don't always have movies, blockbuster type, American type. We had last year, in fact, Boudère. I don't know if you know Boudère, the stand-up comedian.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Boudère. So he's made a movie last year
Mhm.
about a clown. He's a clown in a kids hospital, and
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen it, but he brought the movie here, or his producer brought it here, and it was in Morocco, and it's nice. And I think your type of movie is also something that can. We have here Megarama, Pate, so we have these movie theater companies that could show this type of for a certain audience, and it's in French, and
And
French. People here understand French, so
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 so during the festival, the movie will be shown with
in a
subtitles in English or
yeah, in English, because it's the rule for all the movies, but here people are comfortable with French. They will yeah, they will probably just listen to it, and
I'm happy about that.
yeah, and
I wanted to ask you something. I see that
yeah,
you don't have the poster of the movie yet.
I don't have the poster of the movie.
Yeah, because I see this picture with photography of the.
Yeah, exactly. I think you are the only movie we had to make up this this image because we did not receive the poster. Yeah,
But there is
and
one. There is a
well, we sent out the list of things we required from all the distributors that submitted the films, and we did not get back the poster, and I think we wrote again, and then at the end we just made up something just to show the but. Yeah, if you
when did
it
you
would be
decide to take the movie?
the movie is going to be showing in the I can't remember the day, but it's between the 8th and the 11th that we will be showing of June. So we
it's
have
not too
time.
late.
If we can again send again, but if you are kind enough to yeah, talk to the distributor, or I think the person, contact person, so that they send us a poster, yeah, we'd be very happy to use that, because we're gonna make the posters for the every day we're showing the movies, and so we make the posters, and yeah, it would
That's a great news. And will you make a short reportage on the
yeah, this is what we usually do. We have a team covering all the festival, and they cover even the screenings, the bit end of screening, people going out, voting, because we have a vote of public vote. People vote besides the jury. So yeah, we'll try to cover. And hopefully, yeah, we'll make sure your movie is also shown with the public and everything. And yeah, and unfortunately, we wish we could bring in the directors, but the festival is still very small, and we don't have really the means to bring in people, and so far. But we will get there. We are. This is our 5th edition, and we are. And I suppose you are sending it to other comedy festivals. You have a big comedy festival in France, I think.
in France and in Belgium, because
and in Belgium, I went to the one in Liège. Yeah, it's.
And there is the next one, and we hope we'll be there at the next one. So maybe we'll meet at that time.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I might go. I'd like to go and visit that one, but I never went to the one in I think the Alpes.
Alpe d'Huez.
Alpe d'Huez, exactly. Yeah.
We didn't go there because of the schedule, because it's in January.
It's at the same time.
The movie wasn't finished, and when it will be the next one, the movie will be already
in movie theaters, so it's not. Yeah. Well, that's fine. So it's thank you so much, Jeanne, for this insights you gave us today on the film, and how you have been working on your different projects, and we can't wait to see your next project, especially if it is a comedy. We would love to follow you and follow your work, and thank you for all the names you gave me, especially I'll try to contact Julie. You said Julie, her person. Ponsonnet, Julie Ponsonnet. I'll try to get in touch with her, because at times we organize, even here during the festival, we organize from time to time classes, master classes, or workshops, and we, we look for professionals to, help us with those things. So, yeah,
Can
maybe.
Do you know Karim Saidi?
Karim Saidi, no.
It's a
He's Moroccan?
Yes, it's an actor.
Okay. Karim, he works in France?
Because I worked a lot with him in my acting workshops, in Studio Pygmalion. He wanted to organize in Morocco acting studios,
He does?
Yes.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I'll, and he lives in France?
Between France and
Morocco.
It's an actor who works a lot, but I think he's more in Casablanca. So that's where.
Okay. Well, Casablanca is 45 minutes from Rabat. It's not. Yeah, Karim Saidi. I'll look him up because yeah, this is very interesting. If he's into acting, and yeah, we might be we might do things together.
He was very, very proud because when he was beginning acting, he said, "I have a dream. I would like to work with Steven Spielberg," and he succeeded to do it.
Really?
Yes.
He did the movie with him.
Yes, he was in the opening sequence in Munich movie.
Okay. That's nice.
And then after that, he made many things. He's a great guy, and we love him. Yes.
Yeah, I'll look him up. And see.
He's very good in comedy too. You could.
Yeah. If he's yeah. How old is he?
I would say about 50, same
50?
generation than
Today. Yeah, okay, 50. Okay, so mature guy. Yeah, all right. Well, I'll look him up. Thank you so much for all this information.
Welcome. And I hope you'll give me news of the festival.
Yeah, I will. We'll keep you posted, and the best luck to your film in our festival, and to your film, with the audience, the world audience, and the best luck to you in your work, and let's stay in touch. Okay, thank you so much, Jeanne. Thank you.
I hope your festival will be a big one.
I hope so too. Thank you so much. Thank you for your encouragement. Bye bye now. Take care.